Yeah, Lorena Ros, I'm from Barcelona, Spain, and I'm a photographer. I was working on long-term projects. I was living in the UK at the beginning, then I was living in New York, and I'm from a generation where I could make a living from photography. I had assignments, so I used to work for Newsweek, you know, like magazines will assign me, you know, to do stories, something that nowadays is every time more difficult. So I was traveling all the time, and I was covering always like social issues, abuse of power, you know, like I work in Russia, in Afghanistan, Namibia, yeah. Yeah, no, I work on the West. I work in America and Europe about survivors of child sex abuse, yeah. So I took portraits of people who were sexually abused as kids, and then I took pictures of the spaces where the abuse took place and the memories that they had. A very more conceptual work than this one. This is the trafficking was very documentary, very reportage, photojournalist style. The child sex abuse was more, you know, I work with a tripod, was much more like still, yeah. Sunday Times magazine, a lot, I used to work for them. El País, which is the Spanish one. Newsweek, a lot also. Everyone, I mean, I work for, because the trafficking story won many prizes. It won the World Press, and so the story was published everywhere in the world, yeah. No, it's passion, always, yeah. It's a vocation. I mean, it's not business, photography. I wish, yeah, but the goal is not to make money. The goal is to create photography, and then, of course, you try to make money so you can live from it, you know, but I'm not doing commercial photography. I wish I could do it, no, like, but I can't. I teach photography also. It's all related to photography. I don't know how to do anything else. It's the only thing I know. I study literature. I wanted to write, but I was not very good. So instead of telling stories writing, I tell stories with my camera. Yeah, a lot of research first, like with, for example, anti-slavery in the UK, you know, to know about all the trafficking, the roots, you know. That's like more like intellectual stuff that you have to prepare, and then the logistics to find a fixer in Africa, you know, like to go on the field, to start. It's like investigating, journalism, investigative journalism. Because it's a lot of time just preparing for that moment, but the actually taking the pictures is very short. No, to get access to the voodoo ceremony, I was like 3 weeks in Edo State, in Benin City. And the ceremony lasted like maybe an hour, you know? No, because I don't believe in juju. No, and the priests who were doing this, they were super nice. The priest, with me, I mean. I know, but and honestly, I don't think that is their fault. It's the traffickers who hire them to do this. But they don't, you know what I mean? It's like, they are doing their job. No, they are trying, no, because these girls are going to Europe. So they have to go through the juju ceremony. So when they are in Europe, they are prostitute, and they have to pay 30,000 euros back to the trafficker. If they refuse to do that, the power of the juju can kill them. So the juju is a psychological power the trafficker has on the woman. I work in Namibia with HIV positive women. And I did a workshop with them also. Like this is like some big portrait. Then I work on Senegal also on sexual tourism. Like men, you know, white woman going for sexual tourism to Senegal. Super real. That was for the Sunday Times magazine, yeah. I think it's like a lot of talent. In Africa, photography-wise, I only know Nigeria because I don't know, when I work in Africa, I don't know other photographers, you know. It's the first time I'm meeting African photographers in this festival. Meeting African photographers, yeah, because when I come here to work, I don't work with photographers. I'm alone with my fixer, you know. So I'm not in touch with a community of photographers. Well, it's a lot of concentration at that moment, but I don't work with lights and like a lot of like assistants, you know. It's not I don't have a mass production, you know, before the shot. So when it's portraits, it's just like being very focused with the person, you know. Then you put everything, but it's It's in a moment, you know. It's not. I don't have to prepare that much, because it's how I work. I mean, I don't work in a studio, or with. I always work like with natural light. But maybe in the future, I would like to take that step at some point. I like classical a lot, yeah. Skin. Well, I would love to come here, you know, and like share my experience with African photographers, not only Nigerian, but like African, and because I teach in Europe now, so I would love to be able to come back. Definitely, yeah. Lorena Ros, I come from Barcelona, Spain, and I'm here with BantuPhotos, beautiful people, at the Lagos Photo Festival 2017. Thank you.